Jurassic World has featured several interesting and new species of dinosaurs throughout the last several years. However, none of them are quite as intriguing as their Allosaurus, in my personal opinion. This is due to several odd and mysterious things about the animals that never really got shown off to the public. When compared to other carnivorous dinos like the Carnotaurus or even the raptors, Allosaurus is something of a hidden secret on the island. So today, we're going to be diving into what is known about the animal in universe, and going as far back as we can to uncover what information is readily available on InGen's mysterious dinos. Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. So first and foremost, we need to clear up where you can find the Allosaurus. Now, in actual Jurassic World stories that are available to watch in continuity with the rest of the franchise, the Allosaurus has so far only made appearances in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Colin Trevorrow's 2019 short film Battle at Big Rock, where it looks remarkably different to how it did in the 2018 film. This is explained as being a result of the individuals that were shown off in Fallen Kingdom being juveniles, which is factually said on screen by Gunnar Eversole during the film's auction.
Juvenile Allosaurus. Fierce and aggressive predator.
And when I did my interview with the man who helped design the fully grown version for Battle at Big Rock, he also mentioned that the animal in that film was made to be different to what was shown off in 2018.
So one of the things that Universal actually mentioned, they specifically asked for this Allosaurus. My original concept I sent in had red crests, and so I reconstructed the first Allosaurus concept I sent in with the red crest, and they actually asked for that to be changed to that kind of really cool blue you see, and kind of see what that would look like along with a couple other things that they wanted. And the thing about that is that they wanted to basically imply that the Fallen Kingdom teenager was a male.
Nevertheless, that massive creature was indeed implied to be one of the dinosaurs that got away at the end of Fallen Kingdom and began to hunt for survival in the woods of California the following year. Now, with Allosaurus showing up in both Fallen Kingdom and Battle at Big Rock, that still leaves the massive question fans have been asking for quite some time now, which is, why wasn't the dinosaur listed as being housed on Isla Nublar during the events of 2015's Jurassic World? Well, believe it or not, there actually may be a solution to this problem. In the first season of Camp Cretaceous, Kenji and Darius reveal that the Carnotaurus, another dinosaur that wasn't listed for usage in Jurassic World, was actually being kept on the island, only in a paddock that was kept far away from the visitors due to it being overly aggressive. Now, the Carnotaurus isn't described as the sole species that falls into that category, which could mean that the Allosaurus may also be in a similar situation. What's even more intriguing, though, is the fact that InGen has actually had Allosaurus DNA for not only the time in which Jurassic World was a working theme park, but also all the way back in the 90s during the Jurassic Park days. Mysteriously, even though InGen had this DNA, no recorded animals were ever known as living on Site B or even the first island at all back then, which just adds to the overall mystery and intrigue of this Jurassic animal. Now, when it comes to the overall look of Allosaurus, two distinct designs are noted as existing within the canon. The first of which is the juvenile design of Fallen Kingdom, and the second, of course, being what was shown off in Battle at Big Rock. In Fallen Kingdom, all we see are juvenile males with red crests, while in the short film, we see a fully grown female for the first time without them. This was confirmed information given from the interview I talked about having gone through earlier with one of Big Rock's conceptual artists. Now, in the actual lore of the Jurassic World theme park, I do think it's quite interesting that absolutely no fully grown individuals were shown running around in Fallen Kingdom, whereas in excess of, so far, purely juvenile specimens are what we know got out of in the woods at the end of the film. This doesn't necessarily imply anything too serious, but it does lead me to question why no adults were seen running around on the island, especially when we factor in no paddocks being accessible to the public in the last film. What I think this could imply for Jurassic World, and again, this is just pure speculation on my end, but what I think could help explain this away is that the Allosaurus, as we know it in the two most recent live-action stories, could have been a new asset that was not yet ready for rollout at Jurassic World. Now, if we'd seen fully grown adults in Fallen Kingdom, I'd probably not think that at all, but with only juveniles being shown off in that story, and the idea that in just a single year these animals grew into the massive beasts that they were in Big Rock, I'm somewhat under the impression that all of the Allos on Nublar could have still had a lot of time left to grow. Of course, this could get a bit complicated when we factor in Bumpy from Camp Cretaceous, because she grows extremely fast in comparison to what I would be implying for this Allo. But since they're different species, I do think it is something to think about. As far as factual lore goes within the Jurassic Park franchise, here's what we know about the animal so far. Its DNA was first readily available during the days of Jurassic Park, with no known individuals existing on Site B. The first official clones of Allosaurus did not appear on screen until Fallen Kingdom. The animal was not listed as being an asset for the public to view in Jurassic World, and in 2018, all we saw of the dinosaurs were juvenile male specimens that were captured on Isla Nublar. The following year, one surviving female clone was shown to have reached full maturity and also did battle with a mated pair of Nasutoceratops. As for what happens to the dinosaur in Dominion, I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. But for now, these are some of the weird things that surround the animal in the Jurassic World universe. Now before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens, like Adam Dryden, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Andy G. Oldham, it really means the world to me that you guys have continued to support what I do, and I never want you to ever forget that. Now, I'd like to thank you all for watching today's video and hope you all enjoyed the content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you all consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.